In this video, I'm going to show you 7 simple hacks to never hit your Claude usage limit again. There's nothing more frustrating than being in the middle of writing a piece of content or code, finally getting Claude into the right flow with ideas coming, and then boom, usage limit reached. I'm not exaggerating when I say this used to happen to me multiple times a day. I use Claude for almost everything on this channel: scripts, outlines, captions, repurposing content, so hitting that wall wasn't just annoying, it was actually killing my productivity. So I went deep on figuring out why it keeps happening and found out these 7 remedies. Hacks 6 and 7 genuinely took me by surprise. Let's get into it. Before the hacks, you need to understand one thing, because once you get this, everything else will click. Claude doesn't count your messages, it counts tokens. A token is roughly 3/4 of a word. So every message you send, every reply Claude gives, it all adds up in tokens. Every single time you send a message, Claude doesn't just read that one message. It goes back and rereads your entire conversation from the very beginning. Every message, every reply, all of it, before responding to you. So the longer your chat gets, the more expensive each new message becomes. Even if you're just asking something simple, that one insight is the foundation of every hack I'm about to share. They all come back to one goal: use fewer tokens per interaction or chat. This is the one I wish someone had told me on day one. When Claude gives you something that misses the mark, wrong tone, wrong length, not what you asked for, the natural thing to do is send a follow-up message to get a correct response. But every time you do that, you're adding more to the conversation history, which Claude rereads, which costs you more tokens on a reply that didn't even help you. Instead, click edit on your original message, adjust your prompt, hit regenerate, and the bad exchange gets wiped, not stacked on top. Same outcome, but for a fraction of the token cost. I started doing this obsessively, and it made an immediate difference. I used to have these monster chats, 60, 80, sometimes over 100 messages deep, because I didn't want to lose the context I'd built up. What I didn't realize is that those long chats were quietly destroying my token budget. The longer the chat, the more Claude has to reread before every reply. It compounds fast. I fixed this by starting a new chat every 15 to 20 messages. Before you do, just ask Claude to summarize everything important from the conversation. Copy that summary, open a new chat, paste it as your first message, and keep going. You don't lose anything. You just ditch the dead weight, and your next messages are suddenly a fraction of the cost. For content work specifically, I usually do this between drafting stages. Outline in one chat, first draft in another, edits in a third. Short chats are cheap chats. Get into that habit. As a content creator, I'm always asking Claude multiple things. Write a hook, suggest a title, give me 3 variations of this sentence, and I used to send each of those as a separate message. That's 3 full context loads for what could have been 1. Put everything into a single message. Here's a quick example. The prompt asks for 3 things at once for a blog post: a hook to open strong, 3 title options in different tones, and 2 rewrites of a closing line in contrasting styles. Everything is delivered in one response, keeping the workflow fast and focused. Not only does this save tokens, but the answers are usually better too. Claude sees the full picture at once instead of working in fragments. It felt counterintuitive at first, but it's now one of my default habits for content work. 3 asks, 1 message, every time. If you work on a YouTube channel, a newsletter, or a blog, you probably have recurring documents. Brand guidelines, tone of voice docs, content templates, SEO briefs. I used to upload these to every single new chat. What I didn't know is that Claude reprocesses that document from scratch each time, which burns tokens before you've even typed your first message. The solution is Claude's Projects feature. Upload your document once inside a project. Every new conversation inside that project can reference it without retokenizing it each time. It gets cached, so it doesn't hammer your usage limit the way individual uploads do. For the Byte Chronicle, I have a project with my content style guide, my target audience notes, and my script format. I never upload them manually anymore. Upload once, reference forever. That's what projects are built for. How many times have you started a new chat with something like, "You're a content strategist, write in a conversational tone, avoid bullet points, keep it punchy"? I did this every single day, multiple times a day. That's a lot of tokens just to tell Claude who I am and how I work. Claude has a setting that most people don't even know exists. Go to Profile, Settings, and at the bottom, you'll see a text box called Instructions for Claude. Type in your role, your content style, your formatting preferences, anything you find yourself repeating. Claude will keep these in mind across every new chat automatically without you saying a word. For content creators especially, this is huge. Your voice, your style, your rules, set them once and Claude just knows. Stop reintroducing yourself to Claude. Save it once and move on. This one surprised me when I first discovered it. Features like web search, extended thinking, and connectors, they add token overhead to your responses even when you're not actively using them. They run in the background and silently eat into your limit. When I'm writing scripts or captions, I don't need Claude searching the web. When I'm brainstorming, I don't need extended thinking running. But they were on by default, and I never thought to turn them off. Go through your Claude settings, particularly settings capabilities, and disable anything you didn't deliberately turn on. It's a small change, but it adds up fast, especially if you're using Claude multiple times a day like I am. If you didn't turn it on intentionally, turn it off. Before we move on to the final hack, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps the channel. This is probably the most underrated one on the list. Claude has different models, and not every task needs the most powerful one. For a long time, I was using Sonnet for everything. Grammar checks, quick rewrites, generating 5 headline options. Tasks that honestly didn't need that level of power. Think of it in 3 tiers. Haiku, fast, light, great for simple tasks, lowest cost. Sonnet, solid all-rounder for real content work, medium cost. Opus, deep, complex thinking, highest cost. For content creation, I now use Haiku for first-pass brainstorming, quick edits, and formatting. Sonnet for actual drafting and scripting. Opus only when I really need it. This alone freed up a huge chunk of my daily budget for the work that actually matters. Use the right tool for the job. Don't burn Opus-level tokens on a grammar check. So, there you go, 7 hacks as promised. If this was useful, hit the like and subscribe button. It helps this reach more people who are dealing with the exact same frustration. We post new AI productivity videos every week. See you in the next one.